Hey folks, Weatherman thing, man in the big green hat. I'm here in Bankhead National Forest, off trail, doing a little exploring. Hope to see a lot of good waterfalls and maybe some early fall colors. So let's go see what we find. It's a nice little spring. I've had some pretty decent rains here of late, so this is a good sign for waterfalls. We've got some rock outcropping now a little bit here. Ooh. That's real good flow. Up here at the edge of the first little falls is what I think. Don't know how big it is. Just are starting to see more mountain laurel and more hemlocks. It's always a good sign. Oh, it's a series of cascades. Wow. If it didn't have all this blocking, it would be a pretty nice little view. Coming around the bend here, the main stream goes that way. I have a little treat up here in this hollow. Oh yeah, this is a little more of what I was hoping to see. Interesting little fungi. A really nice wall.
Pretty nook right here. Whew.
A nice little cascade. Oh yeah. Oh, I love the deep pool out in front of it. That would be a place to swim. You first.
I'm playing a little nippy right now. Yeah. This is
It's a pretty nice little shelter, but that is eat up with pig tracks.
all the way. Just probably. I hope ain't none of them got no babies in there. Little panda. And I didn't think there were so many of them. Yeah.
There's no ferns, there's no foliage or anything. It's very interesting.
What they do. Man.
It's a nice little waterfall. I say little, this is the tallest one we've seen yet. About 20 feet, 25 feet.
25 at least.
Really nice shelter. Look at those cool formations. Yeah, this is the junction of the second little canyon. Wow, it's the storm damage. This little side canyon. There's a tiny little falls here. The canopy lost, lots of mountain laurel were growing. There's a little cascade coming up. Like how it's layered with striations in it.
Yeah. Lots of minerals.
Flips coming back up again. On either side. Usually a good sign. Here's the next waterfall. Formed a little natural bridge. The other side of the waterfall now. Walking to the lip. It's a nice area. Just a really pretty spot. Interesting. changed back over from hemlock to mostly deciduous now. There's lots of little side canyons along this stretch, and I'll stop mid-sentence because I think I've seen our next waterfall this quickly. Just a tiny little rock alcove here. There's a cascade, but it looks like most of this water is coming from underground or from some spring. But that would be nice when it was flowing well. That's unfortunate. R-E-A. That's the initials, R-E-A. Found this really cool fungi. Look how orange this is. A whole bunch of them in this little area. I don't have any clue what kind it is. It's really neat. I also found this. It's the fruit off of a green dragon. See the little leaves here. Been up like that. It's cool. Buffs are starting to come back. We're hiking a different little canyon, and scenery is completely flipped. This is nothing but deciduous trees now. They're quite pretty. Well, we reached private land, so we're gonna go back the other way. But first, I'm gonna check out this interesting little low bluff shelter here. Probably nothing in it, but it looks cool from where we were standing. It's a little low overhang. There's some rocks back there from where maybe somebody's been sitting. Big old pig wallow. Old bird nest. A little bitty spring. Oh well. We saw this little shelter and decided to walk up to it. I thought there'd be a waterfall at first, but what's more interesting is this hole. What's in the hole? Oh! Speak of waterfall, we'll get that too.
It ain't the eye of the needle.
We're getting up to the head of the canyon here now. We'll have to find another way out. But this is by far the tallest falls of the day. And if I'm looking at this correctly, that's a secondary falls right there. So we might have a 2-for-1 deal here at the end of all this. Nice. A great way to cap off the day. Probably a 30-foot falls here. This one's pretty nice. Wish I had more flow though. He's going up that route that we were going to take, and there may have been another one. Oh, wow.
They usually ain't alone.
I've never seen one that went up the bluff.
Okay. How pretty. Nice one.
Oh, what I would have given for a shot of that.
There's nothing, I think. I can't tell for sure if there's more. It's the waterfall. Yeah, that was nice.
We're up here in the little bluff shelter where the deer was. Somebody has built a little rock stack thing. I bet that's where it was bedding down. A great vantage point here. Huh. That's cool. Kind of up close and personal with a little patch of filmy ferns. They're so cool. This is such a cool little canyon head here. This would be a wide waterfall if it was flowing at full capacity. I'll have to make a trip back here sometime to see this. Does look like a bunch of filmy ferns or something growing back behind. Look at this seeping out of the rock here. Winds all the way down. Has an interesting lower little cascade, like I've seen a number of waterfalls in the forest have. A little bit different, but the same, shares the same little striations. All these little layers up there. Just wonderful. Old glass jar out here. Been here a long time. Got this view out through the forest itself. A wonderful place to explore. Thanks for coming along on this little adventure, folks. Hope you enjoyed the sights and sounds and awesome waterfalls and a really cool orange mushroom. So till next time, keep exploring and stay wild.